endlessly beneath the sky. A vast canvas of weariness he lay. The aging farmer knelt in the brittle dust of his once fertile fields. The wind wove through dry stalks a muted serenade of rustling whispers that was both mournful and comforting. Each line on his brow bore the weight of unanswered prayers, deeply etched into his weathered face. The silence was occasionally broken by rustling leaves and distant crickets heralding another evening without rain. As the sun slipped behind the horizon, painting the sky in deep purples and oranges, Eli clasped his hands, his voice quivering. Lord of mercy, he called, I cannot draw water from this parched land alone. Grant us your life-giving rain. The air cooled, offering a gentle sigh from the heavens, but no answer came, just a deepening stillness. Yet within that silence something shifted, a whisper as gentle as a breeze murmured, beloved, hold fast. It brushed against Eli's soul, filling him with an unexpected glimmer of hope, like a distant promise. Night wrapped the farm in shadows, leaving only whispers of dreams inside the modest home. Eli sat at his wooden table. The rough grain felt familiar under his callous fingers. His wife, Miriam, placed a gentle hand on his shoulder, her touch warm amidst the despair, clinging to them like mist. Together they whispered, Shepherd of our souls, guide us through this barren time. Teach us to listen beyond the silence. Their words, full of yearning, hung in the air like tendrils of smoke. An unspoken understanding flowed between them, urging them to rise with the dawn. They were bound by faith, not in circumstances, but in the one holding all seasons. As dawn approached, golden light crept over the horizon, touching the earth like a benediction. Eli stepped out, the cool air vibrating against his skin, whispering of potential. The morning held its breath in reverence. Kneeling in his field, the soil cold beneath his knees, Eli prayed, Holy One, let our hearts be as open as the sky, not pleading for rain, but for strength, till despite barrenness, his prayer became a heartfelt conversation, an intimate exchange with the divine. Gazing at the horizon, Eli noticed a small distant cloud, a harbinger of hope. The whisper returned, beloved, the rain is in the work of your hands. The air vibrated with assurance, urging him onward. Driven by newfound courage, earth as the skies did. Then a solitary drop fell, striking his parched lips like a promise. Eli looked up and saw the skies open, gentle rain beginning to fall. It was enough, the soil drank, and with each drop Eli felt the earth and his soul swell with new life. Hope took root where despair once lay. Oh Lord, who sends rain upon the fields and hope into the heart, guide us through our trials and renew our strength. Teach us to listen for your voice in silence, and to find you in the work of gardeners, attics lament. Winter's chill had descended upon my world, cocooning everything in silence. In a biting frost I stood in the attic, a sanctuary now of memories, surrounded by relics of the past, stacks of cardboard boxes, filled with the echoes of yesteryears, lined the room as if they were solemn guardians of moments once vibrant. Animated by my husband's laughter, that laughter now seemed suspended in an unreachable realm, silent and distant as if carried away by the cold northern winds. A thin shaft of sunlight pierced through a dusty window, casting an ethereal glow on the dust particles dancing lazily in the air. There, amidst this forgotten haven, lay a hymn book, its cover worn and familiar beneath my fingers. It opened to a hymn that seemed to tug at the very core of my being. Words that mirrored my own silent lament, a prayer longing to be voiced. Shepherd of my soul, I whispered my voice, a fragile thread in the vast space. I feel lost without him. Guide me back, show me how to find my place again. In the silence that followed, I sensed a gentle nudge, an invisible hand tenderly planting seeds of hope in my frostbitten heart. It was as if the attic itself cradled me in a promise that spring would eventually follow winter. An unexpected invitation. Twilight bathed the world in soft hues of lavender and rose when a sudden knock interrupted my solitude. Each creaky step down the staircase felt like stepping from shadow into light. As I opened the door, the crisp evening air flooded in, carrying with it the scent of wood smoke and the hint of approaching snow. Standing there, framed by the fading light, was Emily, my neighbor. Her smile was tentative, her presence a warm, unexpected invitation into something more. I thought I'd stop by, she said, her voice a melody of kindness, offering a tin of cookies, the aroma rich with vanilla and cinnamon. We've missed you at the church group. Emily's visit was a beacon, a gentle ray piercing through my self-imposed seclusion. Her conversation was a balm to my soul, each shared word a reminder of the community I'd retreated from, yet doubt lingered, like a mist clinging stubbornly to the edges of my mind. Could I really rejoin that laughter and fellowship, or was the bridge too wide for my weary heart to cross? Turning towards the light, that night, kneeling beside my bed, the room softly illuminated by the glow from a nearby street lamp, I reached into the wellspring of my faith. Lord of mercy, I whispered my words like a fragile heartbeat in the still night. Show me how to let go. Give me strength to step back into life, into the gardens you tend around me. In the profound stillness, hope began to stir once more within me, akin to the first green shoots breaking through the frost-laden ground. It was as if the roots of my heart, long dormant, were being nurtured and revived by God's gentle hand. The thought of returning to community no longer frightened me. Instead, it felt like a seed ready to break through the soil of sorrow into God's unwavering light. The next morning, fueled by a newfound determination, I picked up the phone and called Emily to accept her invitation. Her joy at my response was a warm embrace, dispelling the winter from my soul and inviting spring's promise into the open. The garden's promise. With courage as my compass, I took steps, small at first, then more assured, into the welcoming embrace of community. As the relentless grip of winter yielded to the tender buds of spring, I found a burgeoning joy in gathering, in shared meals and rediscovered faith and friendship. Each interaction felt like a whisper of eternity. In prayer, the hymn once buried in dust became a wellspring of strength. Its timeless notes a vivid reminder of God's gentle gardener's touch. Like sunlight coaxing life from barren soil, He nurtured my growth through the rich tapestry of faith. Holy One, tend the garden of my heart, guide my roots in your wisdom, where love and peace abound. Help me trust in your ever-present grace, that I may bloom in your light. Amen.